Sometimes I can feel the body running, or maybe the imaginary persona running uh, from reality. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could just sort of watch it throwing up distractions and putting obstacles in your way, playing hide and seek. I don't know how let's put that. I don't
Yeah.
suppose that ever happened there, huh?
Well, if I may ask, it's just a question, you know. You said putting obstacles in the way,
Right.
uh, in the way of what exactly?
Yeah. I would say noticing,
Yeah.
noticing what you are. I guess you would say it's there anyway. And that the impediment isn't really an impediment.
Yeah, we can also question um, the one who wants to notice. We can then look into that and see if there is a real somebody there who's wants to notice. Sometimes we tend to overlook the the how can I put it, or the source of what seems to be the problem of everything like that's going on. The seeker, the seeker who wants to get uh, everything or wholeness, find totality. We tend to never pay attention to that to see exactly if there is a real seeker or it's just a thought construct. Mm. But when we look, somehow it is always seen that the seeker is thought based, is imagined. So there is actually no one to notice. So, and nothing to be noticed. The whole thing is appearing from that which can never be found, can never be seen, can never be held in view, can never be known by anyone because there isn't anyone who's separate from that already, even in the midst of seeking. You know, if the attention is focused on the seeker rather than focusing on what it is being sought for, rather than focusing on that which is being sought for, focusing on the seeker. Who is the seeker? Is there a thing called the seeker? You know? But if that is believed in, there is a strong belief invested in that there is a real seeker, then the illusion may seem to be prolonged, may seem to continue the seeking process. But what cuts off the seeking process is to discover or notice that there isn't any seeker. Um, Sorry about that. There is a my brother's son
Hmm.
there with his friends. I don't know if you can hear the noise.
No, I can't.
I'm just gonna. No, I can't. Oh, okay, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
What do your brother's sons think of you? Oh, there's no
Sorry.
one there to. I was going to ask what your brother's sons thought of you, but then you probably will just say that they don't exist anyway. So,
Yeah, they may seem to exist relatively, but it's just a story anyway. So the seeker has never been there to even notice that all there is everything. All there is this. The seeker can never be found. Even what appears to be the finder, who's trying to find the seeker, is already not there as something separate from everything. It is already everything. Also appearing as what seems to be the seeker, but there's no real seeker that can be found, that can notice. So this isn't a thing that can be noticed. This isn't a thing that can be seen by anyone. This isn't a thing that can be grasped. It is already totality. It is already everything. Appearing as thoughts, appearing as sensations, appearing as blinking, appearing as asking questions, appearing as giving answers, but there are no real questions or real answers. It's just what's happening, which isn't being done by anybody. Even when there are thoughts that seems to say, but it's being done by somebody. But I can't get it because I've been looking for this for years. That's already this saying those words. That's already that which can't be found saying those words. I can't get it. I've lost it. I missed it. I was about to get it. How come I don't get it for such a long time? Is it because I'm not destined to find it? I'm not destined to get it. Maybe in the next life, I will eventually become a guru and find this and be able to teach about it. But all those are just stories. There isn't anyone here who can find this and claim to have found it. So this can't be found. It's already everything. There's no dividing line. There's no separation. There's no one here looking for this already. There's no seeker. There's no finder. There's no one who knows about this. There's just this. There's no yesterday. There's no today. There's no tomorrow. As a matter of fact, there are no stories. There's just this. This isn't talking about this. There is nothing that is listening to this. All those are just stories. But I'm here. I have eyes to see. I can see the computer screen. There is no one there that is separate from this, saying those words. It's
so,
just an apparent happening.
so all the sages that talk about meditation and earnesty and what one has to do to become enlightened or see this or notice this, or all the people that are listening to you now, you'd say all that's a crock of shit. No point in it.
They just never happened. Yeah, they never happened. And we never happen. We aren't happening even now. There's nothing happening. There is an apparent happening which isn't being done by anybody. There is nothing behind what seems to be happening. People, people going up and down, people running businesses, some going to work, some visiting their relatives, some driving a semi truck, birds, the ministers, the presidents. It is just this appearing as that. Then there may seem to be stories appearing in this. There may seem to be stories about what seems to be happening, but this isn't a story. It's just what seems to be happening for no one. Stories may seem to form. If there is walking happening, a story may seem to form about that as well. Oh, George is walking to buy some groceries, but the walking itself is just simply happening. It's already not being done by anybody. It has no story already. This, as it is, the talking that seems to be happening, it already has no story in it. But the story may seem to be formed. Different stories may seem to appear in this. Oh, go see is talking to Charles, and Charles is listening. I wonder what they are talking about. What they are talking about doesn't make sense. What they are talking about, nobody can get it. Different stories may seem to appear in this about what seems to be happening, but this, as it is, has no story. It's just an apparent happening for no one. It's already empty.
I don't know. After all this time, I'm not sure I believe it. Do you ever, see videos or maybe even just watch ants or beehives or groups of sparrows where, the sum is larger than the the sum of the parts? You know, and you wonder how could how could any ant or any sparrow or any bee do all this? You know their role, you know, especially with what we know about their brains or their nervous systems or whatever. It's just it's clear that there's some larger pattern that none of them can see individually, but lead them to do impossibly complex tasks. You know, to me, this we may be part of this and may not see that complexity, see those patterns, right? That might be beyond us. And it may be beyond our mind to even conceive of what those are. you know, the patterns that control lives, control stories, right? Stories, in general, the conventional term, are, ways to try to capture those patterns, right? Irony, stories that from the beginning of time have tried to capture what happens to what people who do certain things or, whatever, moral tales. But there are patterns, there are patterns. Maybe they amount to nothing in the end, given everything is so transitory. And maybe we build them up in our minds to be more than they are. We believe our own version of the stories, right? Which we can never really grasp. But this is here. This is here, and we're all a part of it. And it embodies all of the stories, right? It embodies everything. And it can be, you can say it's ephemeral, you know, you could say there's nothing to get or that we'll never get it, or that seeking it is futile, you know. But nonetheless, uh, there may not be a way to just to encapsulate what Nkosi is and what Charles is in any really meaningful sense if you deconstruct it. But this is happening. This is part of a whole that's happening. And that's got patterns. And if I smoke crack, I'll never see those patterns, right? But if I live a certain way, you know, I'll come to the realization maybe that I don't exist or whatever. That part of it, I'll experience a oneness. I'll experience, and maybe that's all just a story, but it's a better story than smoking crack. I don't know.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is seen here that what is being shared there is beautiful. It's okay. It's part of this vastness also expressing itself as that. It's nothing is excluded in this. No story is excluded in this. Every story, no matter um, the meaning of the story, no matter what the story seems to 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 bring about, you know, it doesn't really matter. What is being shared here is that everything already is this, you know, patterns, no patterns. Um, if something seems to say, but there must be a meaning to everything, that's okay too, because that as it is part of the whole. It's already everything. It's already included in this. If the thought of separation appears, it's part of the whole as well. It's okay.
I
There's
mean,
no wrong or right.
yeah, patterns and meaning are
Yeah,
very different, right?
yeah.
Patterns happen, meaning is imposed, you know,
Mm.
I think. You know the expression throwing the baby out with the bathwater?
I never heard of it. It's the first time.
So, baby takes a bath, the bath water's dirty, throw the bath water out. You don't want to throw the baby out too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This is here. This is this. This is to be experienced by nobody, right?
Yeah.
It's hot.
Sorry?
Is it hot?
Yeah, yeah, it's hot. It's very hot in here.
It's
Very
snowing
hot.
outside. There's snow on the ground. Well, actually, I guess it's all melted already. It snowed last night.
Wow. Is it cold today?
Yes, it's it's about freezing. It's about zero. Perfect weather.
Would you like us to change positions?
No.
Maybe.
Have you ever, does it ever freeze in Durban?
No,
No, it's never frozen.
no. It becomes very cold, but it doesn't freeze.
So you guys probably don't have heating in your homes, huh? How do you, is there heat in the homes?
I mean, like there's something like a fireplace.
Yeah, so in the US, like in most of there's heaters, right? That are in the walls that, uses electricity or natural gas to create heat that heats the home so people don't freeze to death. I guess you guys don't have that.
No, we don't have that.
So you
We
just
don't.
have to get under the blankets.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes we buy heaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we buy heaters. Just yeah,
Little space heaters, but they're probably very
very.
expensive to run.
Yeah, they're not very. They're not very expensive. You know, you just buy it, just a small one, then you put
Yeah.
it there, then it does everything.
But
Becomes
the
like a fireplace.
but the electricity, I suppose, that it uses is probably very expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have a body, or there isn't anyone in the body. You know, in the story, it may seem as if there is a you who has a body. You know, glimpses, once glimpses seems to happen, it may there may be a glimpse that seems to like make it known to no one that uh, there isn't anyone who has a body. Then it may go a little further to to be also noticed that um, there isn't anyone there to have any body. There is just spaciousness, you know. And when there is walking happening, it's not like somebody's walking. It's like space walking through space. They seem to be like sort of like as if there's just gliding happening, you know, in a
Yeah.
way. Space walking through space. But in the story, it may seem as if, oh, there's somebody there, you know, which is also good. is part of an experience. This experiencing itself as a person, a man born from a certain location, grew up there, went to a certain school, is part of an experience. The experience itself is beautiful. It's not wrong or right. It's part of the whole. You know? Then when that experience is seems to be um, so intense to that, then there may seem to be an investigation happening. This trying to find itself again, appearing to lose itself in a way, trying to find itself. But that as it is, it's just an appearance, because this can never really lose itself, can never really um, become something other than itself. It is always itself as everything, dreaming itself to be something little, something that doesn't have anything, something separate from itself. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. The you who seems to be in the world, living life in the world, is a dream appearing from that which isn't really dreaming. It is vast, it is complete, it is always itself as everything. Dreaming itself to be little, living in the world, raising kids, taking care of the family, going to work, coming back from work. That experience itself, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Some may seem to say it's not beautiful, it's not good. No, it is okay, because it's part of the whole. It's this expressing as that already. So here there is nothing that is trying to suppress that. But when that becomes so intense, then there may seem to be some investigation. There may seem to be some looking into that to see clearly if that is really there. There is somebody there, mm, which is it is always seen that that is imaginary. The separate self is imaginary. This is a dream. It is totality dreaming itself to be separate from itself, dreaming itself to be something separate from itself. But it's never really separate. It's just a dream where nobody wakes up, because there isn't anybody who's separate from this to wake up in the dream. There's just waking up and a recognition that there wasn't anyone who was dreaming. It was this appearing as that. So the separate self will never will never be enlightened. The me will never find totality. The me will never disappear, because there isn't a me already. It is everything already. It is this already. So the me won't fall away, won't disappear, because it's already not there as separate from this. It is this already, dreaming.
See, I don't know if it's dreaming or if it's just a bee in a hive that can't see the larger picture of this, you know. I guess either way, it's not there in the way that it thinks it is.
If I were to take a chainsaw and cut off your head, you'll still be there.
That's so
You will
nice of
still
you,
be
Nkosi.
there.
Let's not try it. Yeah. So what is it that's still there? Something is still there.
Yeah, it is, but it's never really a thing. It is it is this which is unknowable. There can be a recognition that there is always this. There is always this. There was never anything else. The person who's separate from everything was never there. It was just a dream. It was imagined, just an imagination. This recognizing itself that it has never been anything else than itself, or this recognizing itself that it has never been separate from itself. It has always been itself. It's like, in a way, you remember that you have never left home, if I may put it in that way, in that perspective. You have never left home. You've always been home, dreaming to be away from home, in the jungle, walking alone there, being chased by wild animals, trying to find home, not realizing or recognizing that you're just dreaming. You have never left home. You never left. I can also say, just an example, the prodigal son dreamt to have left home, but it was just a dream. He never left home. He never left. He only dreamt to have left. They're always home. Separation is just a dream. It is not real. There is no separation. There's no me and you. There's no them. There's no word. There's no us. There's just this. So you don't have a head already. You don't have a head. There's no need to cut off the head because you don't have a head already. They're not a thing. that can be seen, that can be grasped, that can be known, that can be found. You are dreaming to be a thing in the world. You are not a thing. You are nothing. There is only nothing. There is only emptiness. There is only spaciousness. The you take yourself to be is an imagination, is a story, is it's just in the past that is never even there. It's just a knowledge in the memory. It's just memorized. It is not real. You don't have a story. So what are you without the story? Because what seems to be the mean, it seems to be there as a result of the story behind it or attached in it, on it. So if there is no story, is there a me? If there is no memory, is there a me? Where is the me right now, this moment, without referring to the past? Who are you right now? Without referring to any story or knowledge or memorized stories. What are you? Is there a you who separates? Where is you right now?
All the stories.
Yes, all these are just stories.
No, no, I'm saying I'm all the stories.
Sorry?
I am all the stories. Who am I without the story? I'm all the stories. The stories are still there.
There, where? Exactly. Where are the stories right now? In the memory, where is the memory? In the mind, where is the mind? There's nothing here. Some may seem to say surrender, let go, drop it, stop thinking, and just be. Some may say be in the now. Most of the time, we we are always living in the past. Just making an example. We are living past, whereas we're supposed to be living in the now. Because all there is now. There's no past. Past is past. Doesn't exist.
Well, neither does now, apparently, anyway. So the stories in the past are just as real as now, right? According to you. It's all ephemeral and it's all
Yeah,
ideas. It's
yes,
all
just
okay.
ideas believed in. So much belief invested in stories. Even to say, I'm George Smith, that's already gone. Where is that really? Somebody said that's in the past. That is never even there. You are George Smith. Me is what? Exactly. I'm George. Then where am I? Who am I? Where am I? Exactly. Was I George when I came up from the mother's womb? Was I George? George Smith. There was no name there. There was no surname there. They didn't even know that I was George. I was a human being or a person or a man or a woman. They didn't know nothing. So we are still that which doesn't know nothing. We are still that which is nameless, which is formless. It is empty. That which is bodiless. It knows no body, knows nothing. But somehow life seems to flourish, you know. Knowing nothing, it won't uh, stop life from happening. Life is simply happening for no one. It's just flowing freely. It is undisturbed by any story. Life isn't a story. Stories may seem to be imposed in that, but stories can't really touch that. Stories can't really change that. So what you really are can never really be disturbed by anything. You can never be a victim. They can only be a victim when there's so much belief invested in what seems to be a separate self, the imaginary separate self. Then they may seem to be a victim, but really, where is the victim now? If all there is this vastness, can vastness become a victim? Can vastness face problems? Can vastness be trapped? It is always itself, undisturbed, untouched, flows freely, not knowing anything, just being itself as everything. It is formless, it is shapeless, it is ageless, it is deathless, and birthless. It is the unborn, the undying. It is not a man or a woman. It doesn't have any culture. It is more like space. It is not an object. You are that.
It needs to go to the bathroom and start its workday.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Nkosi.
Yeah, you're welcome.